From the right, I'm Matt Lewis.
From the left, I'm Bill Scher.
And you're watching
The Week in Blog.
On this week's episode, Conservatives and Liberals Unite. Mike Huckabee and the many, many problems he faces. The effort to pass health care reform. But first, Bill, Conservatives and Liberals reunited on something else, and that's a dislike of President Obama's speech at West Point. In fact, it got reviews such as this. Eric Erickson writes, "This is akin to announcing to burglars exactly the time at which you intend to depart your house, and also announcing you intend to turn off the burglar alarm. Al-Qaeda will just wait us out." Obviously, liberals hate it for a different reason. What's your take, Bill?
Well, in my reading of liberal blogs, I would say predominantly you have criticism of the speech. But it's not as uniform as you might predict. And I think that's reflective of just anecdotally talking to liberals outside of the blogosphere. For example, you had Digby saying, "Is this one of those deals where they left an old speech on the teleprompter by mistake?" Many people noting the parallels between other Bush comments about the Iraq surge and about 9/11 and whatnot. But Digby also goes on to say, to those that insist I have no right to feel betrayed, please be advised that I don't. I'm not even surprised. All the Democrats, Buck Kucinich, ran on the platform of winning the good war, just as Kerry did in 2004. She later went on a separate post to criticize Tom Hayden, the old 60s figure, for renouncing his support for Obama. We're just like, look, you weren't listening. This guy was for going into Afghanistan. I don't like it, but it's not news. And she was in sync with Oliver Willis, who was, I think, the most supportive of Obama's speech that I found in the liberal blogosphere, criticizing other liberals for criticizing Obama for using 9/11. And Oliver Willis saying, look, this is absolutely about 9/11. He said, I'm not someone who's a knee-jerk supporter of war and military action, but I feel that when we or our allies are under a threat or have been attacked, we often need to respond militarily with a clear set of stated goals and an exit plan. The reason why I didn't support the war in Iraq, but I support the war in Afghanistan, is based on how each conflict meets the test. Goes on to say, I think the president spoke to us as adults about the single biggest security threat to the country, and that is a theme that I find of people who are less critical about Obama. He's speaking to me like an adult. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a rah-rah, jingoistic, war president speech. It was a sober laying out of what the plan was. But ambivalence still, rules the day. In other quarters, Booman Tribune is usually very supportive of Obama. He said he participated